Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to your July angel reading. I can't believe we're already almost into the middle of July. It's crazy. It's crazy. Wow. This reading for the angel reading, it's going to encompass all of Mercury in retrograde because my next angel reading is in the middle of August and Mercury goes direct before my next angel reading. So it encompasses all of it. Lots of, I think, support for that, honestly, because when we have a personal planet in retrograde, it can be super challenging for everybody. And with it being Mercury, our communication planet, yeah, deep breath, we have that. It does go in retrograde on Friday. I will be posting a video tomorrow for it to prep you for what you can expect, those, pitfalls, how you can kind of best overcome it, because it is a challenge. But because it's a challenge doesn't mean that we just kind of put our head in the sand and duck, because that just gives the universe a nice bullseye to hit you in the hiney. Now, the deck I have here, this is the Angel Tarot. It's not my favorite for obvious reasons. Some of the cards, they're beautiful. I'm not a fan of decks that just kind of leave the 1 through 10, just kind of bleh. And then I have the Angel Inspiration Oracle. This is done by Kim Dreyer. I absolutely love the imagery and would just take my money if she ever makes a tarot deck, is all I'm going to say. just take it. And I always ask this, guys, if you have an angel deck that you like, let me know. I am working on my own, but I've been working on it forever. And I don't know how long it's going to take me because there's 78 cards. It's a lot of artwork. Okay, let's see what the angels want to share here. For heading into end of July, beginning of August, what can we expect? All them things. And know that there's a lot more than just Mercury in retrograde. There's a lot of wonderful things. For my pagan friends, Lunas is coming up at the beginning of August. Many people are off for the summer. There's kids off. Lots of events, festivals, parties, sunshine. So focus in on some of those positive things. They'll go a long way to overcoming some of the less than stellar stuff we're going to be dealing with. The Four of Cups in reversal. I'd show you these cards closer, but literally you've got cups. This one I will show you closer. The the King of Pentacles. And I hate the fact that she tried to sum up the cards in one word. You can't. It's impossible. It has nothing really to do with generosity. The Knight of Cups in reversal. The King of Swords. The King of Wands. Well, right off the hop, you've got 3 of the brothers. The only one you're missing, well, would be the cups. And you have the knight there. This is very important. The 7 of Cups, before I get to the kings and the courts here, the 7 of Cups talks about the illusion, the uncertainty. Absolutely. It's going to be amplified because there's going to be fear, anger, and frustration. The 4 of Cups talks about that holy grail, even though there's 4 cups. In this card, Pamela Coleman Smith drew a fellow underneath a tree looking at 3 cups like, oh, is this it? And there's a hand coming out of some clouds holding out the cup, 1 cup. Connection to the Ace of Cups, because that's how she depicted the ace. We're not going to feel like we're going to have that fulfillment. We'll want it, we'll be able to semi get through the normal stuff. There's going to be a lot of instability, especially as things start to get hard. The harder they are, the less stable we are and the less we're able to connect into that fulfillment. Will it be there? Yes, because there's already challenge. You have the summertime, so it's hotter. People get a little bit more snarky for that. You have economic challenge. There's political challenge all over the world. There's a lot going on. You add that up and then you add in communication problems. Yeah, the reactivity will be high. The cups do give us an indication that adding that water helps. Taking breaks to get a glass of water, get a cup of tea, whatever. Making sure that you feel hydrated and you're not running your physical system and body hard. Because again, with the challenge, you're going to need that physical body working. Additionally, my friends who've been with me for a while will know what I'm going to say next. Intentional bathing. It's not hard, easy to incorporate into your day. You're not doing anything extra other than asking and using your words. So an intentional bath for my new friends, well, basically you go for your normal shower bath that you do. And as you're getting the water temperature right, your fluffy towels all fluffied, ask any and all high vibrational beings to help dispel the challenge, help to degunk you, infuse you with the energy that you need. Whatever is challenging you, you're breaking down the law of free will and opening up for some support. Huge. And then take your shower, take your bath. Done. You broke down the law of free will. That is the biggest piece. As a side note, my friends, the high vibrational beings are not negatively impacted or impacted in any way by Mercury in retrograde. They're kind of like stages, depending on which high vibrational you're being, you're looking at stages and leagues above that solar system. Let's get into these beautiful men. All right. First of all, the three brothers. When you have multiple cards like this, the angels are telling you, these are the 14th card in the minor arcana. The angels are telling you to be mindful of the energy that you were putting out there. If you are reactive, what's going to come back? You bark, someone's going to bite. However, if you choose to use your head, think things through, use the creativity that we naturally have as humans to problem solve, what are you going to get? Well, you're probably going to get a better response. So that energy that you put out, it's kind of that karmic piece, but karmic in a kind of very like immediate response rather than it building up and then that debt being kind of demanded, if you will. This is an automatic, I do this, someone will do that response. The King of Pentacles is reminding you to stay stable and grounded. You need to make sure that you feel, well, stable. That you feel like you have the ability to do things. When we're unstable, when we're in that state of flux, we can't do anything. We can't even see straight. So using your tools to stay grounded. There's a lot of prosperity here. Are you going to feel it and see it right away? No, because you have to get through the trees to see the field, that meadow. The Knight of Cups tells us that we do need that determination, that willpower, the courage to take care of ourselves. We have to start with ourselves first before we support others. Same thing when you're in an airplane. Put on your mask, then help others. We need to start to have compassion and care for self. Again, we have a lot of that water. We're, 80% water or something? Water is important to us. So again, using it to help. Another quick technique, so if you're at work, school, the mall, wherever, and you're starting to feel the fear, the anger come forward, go to the bathroom, run your hands underwater. Again, you're breaking that feedback loop. It's not so much of an intense bang. You're able to diffuse it. Take some deep breaths and break it so that you stay in control of you. Huge. The Knight or the King of Swords is all about that knowledge. He is the Mr. Spock Vulcan of this deck, where emotion is illogical. Using your head will help. Your heart will add into a lot of that challenge because, well, it's going to get its feelings hurt when someone reacts, because they will. You can't control them. You can only control yourself. So watch the heart, care for it. You can release and clear some of that through some intentional bathing, using your tools. An amazing, easy peasy, I don't have one out. Here we go. Crystal to have, clear quartz. It shifts the energies internally and around you. And that's what you're going to need because, well, it's not going to be easier. And that is cheap, cheerful, and you can find it very easily. The King of Wands is saying, guys, this is just an adventure. We just need to use our tools. We just need to get onto our horse and get going. We don't want to race through it. This isn't about fast speed, but it is about having that enthusiasm and excitement. What will the summer bring for you? This is the height of it, right? We're in that middle swing, the middle third of it, that July, August part. Don't allow something that you can't control or someone you can't control bring you down and out. You've got that ability to take the action that you need. And I would say the king here is telling you how you need to go. Slow and steady, so you're not aggravating any anxiety. But the King of Wands, he's always that one king who is ready for that next big adventure. He has that excitement, that zest for life. And we kind of need that now. It's going to go a long way in enabling us to bring forward what we need and want. And it's nice to see all these kings working together for you because let's be honest, there hasn't been a lot of cooperation recently. There's been a lot of individuality and just me, 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 me. We have energies. We have that collective cooperation to support you moving forward. And no, it doesn't mean that this is an egocentric piece. This is about an empowerment piece. Very much so. Archangel Chamuel. This is the archangel of self-love. This is the archangel that supports us in caring and accepting for self. I don't know how many meditations and healings with him. Yeah. Again, it's just another tool. But Archangel Chamuel is fantastic support. Be accommodating. You're more likely to accommodate for others, less likely to accommodate for self. So make sure that that is a bit of a balance. You don't want to be that doormat, and you don't want to be reactive. It's a fine line. You want to have that, yes, that's where they're at. Checking in. Did you hear what I said? This is, and don't say, very mindful. When you have somebody who's reactive, when you start to say you, did you hear me? They're going to bark even louder. It's more like, say something to the fact of, you know what? I want to make sure that we're on the same page together so we can collaborate and work in partnership. I was wondering what you heard me say. So you're putting it back on me. Less confrontation, more about, again, that connection, that collaboration. Gratitude. More for self again. Grateful. You've gone through years. You've lived through a lot. Show yourself some gratitude. Yes, it's important to have gratitude and be grateful for those who are with you, who have walked with you, whether that be in the physical or the metaphysical, the spiritual. You've had them. They're there. They will still be there. Absolutely. Share the gratitude. However, also, again, when was the last time you did something for you? When you're kicking off with Archangel Chamuel and we're looking at accommodation and gratitude, you're seeing a bit of a pattern here. Silence your thoughts. Now, is this where you're going to quiet your mind so that you're thinking of nothing? Probably not. Most of us can't do that. We're not there. And that's okay. The most important piece here is to silence the negative, that beating self up rather than lifting self up. Rather than having that response of, that person is blah, 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 I don't like them. Silence those type of thoughts. They're not helpful. They're adding fuel to the fire. Keeping that accommodation, compassion, the gratitude towards self and others will help you stay in control, again, of you, taking care of you, and getting yourself headed towards that abundance. I want to thank you so very much for joining me and the angels today. I hope that this inspires you to get on that horse and see where it leads you. If you did like the session today, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you're most excited for. Also, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to, do the things, push the buttons, subscribe, all the stuffs. I have more coming out and you don't want to miss any of it. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon page. I've provided a link below. You can come check out my community. Again, I want to thank you for joining me and the angels today, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Until tomorrow, my friends.